decided for you to come to this institution. And that's it. I'm a Gambian, a genuine Gambian who is serving an institution. Anybody who feels, or anybody I feel he is performing better, I should join him, obviously. These are one of the reasons that compels me to join Mayor 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 administratively, wholeheartedly, work with him without any other ambiguity. I work with him diligently to a point a standing ovation was given to me in these very chambers. So when the councillors deem it necessary that Lamin can run this unit, that was the time they gave me the opportunity to run it. In fact, I think qualifications are based on your outputs as human beings. Qualifications are based on what you do and if you can do it to the best of your ability. That's the time people grade you. I develop my own activity plans. I develop my own daily work plans with my staff. I prepared my report and submitted to my line of directors. I have never been torn away that what I am doing is not right. So as an outsider like him, after knowing my potentials, I would rather say these people know my potentials more than them because they did not harness my potentials. After having done everything for them, they did not harness my potentials. I would rather want to applaud the Mayor of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and his team for knowing what exactly I can do, and I'm given the opportunity, the privilege to do it for the people of this municipality. I thank Mayor of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 for the wonderful, trust they have in me, and I believe with the support of others, I will excel. My role I'm serving as in this institution. I'm the manager for serving anti-littering, and I am calling everybody to join me because these are concerted efforts. Without the public, I may not be succeed, or the institution may not succeed on the aspect of anti-littering. So therefore, I'm using this opportunity for every member, every city dweller to come forward, join hands with me. When I said me, I mean the institutions. I am only serving at the helm of affairs at anti-littering, but does not mean it is mine. I am calling on everybody to join hands with me. We work together to realize the dream and aspirations of these wonderful councillors, because they have the foresight. It has never happened here before. Nobody has thought of creating anti-littering. It is them who created, because they knew it is part of their mandate. This anti-littering was created, NEMA Act was created in 2007. I will vividly remember. I was lucky also to serve them during the APRC era. I was lucky enough to serve this institution as one of the interim committee members. During my time as interim committee member, records are there for everyone to see. I was putting emphasis on this anti-littering. I was all along yearning that the opportunity will be given to me to put at least credit on it. And luckily enough, I am given the opportunity to serve. So therefore, journalists, I know your responsibilities are to disseminate information. And I would love if Yankuba, the way I have listened to their press conference keenly, let him also, and his team listen to me very keenly. I have the qualification. I am qualified enough to serve this institution. By the virtue of longevity, I serve in this institution. And all what I am doing was to the interest of the institution. Come on, I feel they have done the right thing. I thank you all. If I may take anybody's time, people are, signaling me that I am spending more time. But thank you very much, and we are getting used to each other now. Tero, Gainako, and on GTTV, all of you, I thank you all for your wonderful listeners. Thank you.
Right. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Yes. Actually, my name is 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, commonly known as 𝒉𝒕𝒕𝒑𝒑𝒑𝒏. Generally, I don't want to comment on this matter But when my name was mentioned, then that is the point that I have to come and then clarify issues that are of great concern. And really, I'm so much disappointed because when I listened to this conference, actually, I saw no merit, absolutely, of holding that conference. 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍 in particular mentioning my name, that I was frustrated. I was like, what? Because 𝒂𝒂𝒏 himself knows me very well, and everyone who sits out there at that conference knows me very well. Because we all joined this council the same day. We were all sworn in to office the same day. I was a councillor elected representing Bakau Newtown Fajara Ward. Mayor, former Mayor Yankuba Colley was a councillor representing 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 Ward in 2002. 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏, a councillor representing Ibo Town in 2002. All those you saw, or the press conference panel, we were all former councillors. And so many things happened. My advice to them is to shut down their mouth, to keep quiet. Because we know so many things and we don't want to say, let them not scratch the old wounds because it's not important. Let us forge ahead to have a new Gambia. This is new Gambia with new ideas. And that's what this administration under the dynamic and visionary leadership of Tali brought here from 2018. He's saying Adama Barrow. All of them seated there never liked Adama Barrow before. They forgot that. At the Congress in Buyang, they forgot quickly that I wrote the resolution, I wrote the reports. They forgot quickly that I have evidence of all that here with me. Let the sleeping dog lie. You see, I never want to comment on this. But I was a manager in 2015, and they know who 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 is when it comes to my work. I am competent, I'm efficient. And they know that. When I was a councillor, I was one of the best, among the best councillors. And we have councillors who can attest that. Musa Mendy, living witness. Before we made Yankuba Colley himself as deputy mayor, they all knew. Bemba Gassama was seated. They all knew how Yankuba came to be a deputy mayor. They knew. Let them not make me talk now, because I don't want to talk. Because they know very well. During our caucus, when we start voting for Yankuba to become a deputy mayor, who won that? They know. Not him. But Ganao Yala Mata Buneka deputy mayor. Ganao Yala. Let him ask Mbemba Gassama, former councillor. Let him ask Pa Usman Fati, former councillor. Let him ask 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒂𝒏, nominated councillor for youth, former councillor. Let him ask all those who seated there how he won. I never spoke about him. I never spoke about anything about them. I'm doing my work as a citizen. In 2015, I was a manager and traveled to Ghana. I came back from the training on disaster management. So 2015 and 2018, over 3 years. So how can they frustrate me? Council here, deployment is key. To redeploy a staff to another unit is key. 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒏 was a market collector before. And he knew that before he became a councillor. He was a staff of KMC. So anytime a staff can be redeployed, I was redeployed to 𝒂𝒊𝒔, and I'm very much happy to go to 𝒂𝒊𝒔 because do you know why? Now I know education system. Because I was exposed to another level of development and how education is run. So kudos to Talib and his staff. This council is transformed. The strategic plan he talked about, I was the focal person. I was a key player in developing that strategic plan. He knows that. The 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 report, he knows that. I was the architect and Judge Cham was supporting me. The waste management plan, the same thing he was talking about. But you comparatively, you cannot compare the two. The current administration, you cannot compare the two. The revenue now and the revenue before, you cannot compare the two. From 2002 is here. Our actual revenue was 26 million. And in 2003, 36 million. Today, what is our actual revenue? You're talking about 250 something million. So a great significant improvement has been done, and services also to the people. There was never a ward development committee offices before. And this is a provision in the Act that there shall be, not even may, there shall be a ward development offices that should be created by the council for WDC to operate effectively and efficiently. Let him not quote Local Government Act before me. He knows me. Let him not quote provisions in that act. So you cannot compare the two. In real terms, today you will not be able to distinguish who is APRC and who is UDP and who is NRP in this institution. So it's not about frustrating. It's not about frustration. It's about reality. You come to this institution, which party you belong to, during the celebration of the former President Jammeh, those who are in APRC as we speak will come and celebrate it here. You can wear any t-shirts you want and while you are a staff here today. You dare not do that yesterday. Let them not scratch the old wounds. So the most important thing we should talk about is the transformation of this institution. At what level? It's very important. There are so many things that happens before. What they have read here, the bills. I was the one who always escorted cultural troops, tactical cultural troops for Kanilai Cultural Festival. I was also, every cultural festival, I was the head that lead the group to Kanilai and spend 1 month, 10 days. I'm not saying it's bad. It's the fact. Why are they refuting it? And tribal issues should not come to play. Mayor Bensler never mentioned any tribe. All the journalists who followed us on this mayoral tour actually know he never mentioned them. People coming from Casamance. Who are those? Is he referring to Jolas? Is it they are looking for political score? That can never be. My mother is a Jola from, the father of my mom came from Foyi Kandung. Jedikuna. I am more of a Jola than most of them. Only, I think, 𝒂𝒂𝒏 is a Jola who speaks Jola. The rest may be Jola surname, but they cannot speak Jola. So, this country, let us not use tribal line to score points in politics, because we're dividing ourselves. We're creating problems. Mayor Bensouda is a development-oriented individual, and he transformed this council with his councillors. What we are experiencing today, what this municipality are enjoying, there is no case in point that you can record in the history of this council. The tractors they're talking about, please, I beg them. How we acquire those tractors is from Yajami. Because they were assembled here at Kotu. And we procure them from the government of the Gambia. But they got cheaper, because that was the reason why it was very difficult. Because the labor force you use to remove the waste from the tractor when you get to the dump site, most of our laborers died. Because they were dealing with hazardous waste, one. Two, it was labor intensive, very high on them. They cannot sustain it. And how much were they paid? $50 and moved to $75. Today, how much are they paid? More than $200 to $300 a day. That's what they're receiving. So in actual sense, what we're talking about is this council is, you cannot compare it. So I'm appealing to all of them. The Yankuba issue, I will not talk about it.
Talk about it.
No, the reason why I don't want to talk about it, they know. And so many issues.
But we don't know.
None of those street browsers are in use. Go to Annex today. How can you procure a vehicle and it's not roadworthy? It has not service council a day. And how much do you spend? $12 million. Taxpayers' money. I never worked in the revenue earning unit. My field is development. I serve the community. That's the more reason I serve under this capacity as community service officer before, and then promoted to assistant manager, and gradually then finally community services manager. My work is the people. That's what I know, and that's what I do. But I am telling you that 𝒂𝒂𝒏, I'm advising you, don't mention my name again, because what I'm going to say next, you won't like it. And anyone among them. That's why the rest don't mention my name, because they know very well. We all came here together as policymakers, and we know so many things. Let the sleeping dog lie. Let them come and support Tali in his development agenda. It's second to none. In those days, you go to the markets, you see maggots everywhere. I have the pictures in my laptop. I have gone around everywhere in this community. You go to Sol Samba Street, very close to the primary school. Maggots very close to the classrooms. Bakau Market the same. Independence Stadium opposite. Waste is everywhere. Ibo Town, you go to Talindi. You go to Latrikunda, behind. 𝒂𝒔 is the worst. Even the students can attest to that. My friend, we're not talking about that. council came to power in 2018, we have seen what they have done for the people of this municipality, saying that they should not ask for payment on waste collection. That's why we didn't do well in those days. That's why anywhere you go, you see maggots. Waste is, we cannot manage waste because we allow people generate waste and they don't pay for the services. In every developed country, you go to England, people pay rates, but yet you collect their waste and they pay at the same time. If you generate waste, you have to pay for it, to manage it. That's why we could not even have 1, 2, 3 vehicles that were roadworthy in those days as revenue, as waste collectors, as waste collection vehicles. But today, how many vehicles? Brand new compactors. If you look at our rent, the amount of money we spend in those days on hiring, you'll be surprised. Even at the dump site, giving contract to people, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and others, they forgot so soon. Contracts were given to people here who were staffs of KMC. They forgot so soon. They forgot so soon that contracts were given to people who were staffs of KMC before. In those days. And contracts in millions. Records can show you. Dressing the dump site. And when they know that the money is going higher, because you know, in contracts, there is a ceiling. They will break it into 2 or 3 slots. There is no point to elaborate on those things. What I will advise them is let the sleeping dog lie. This is not politics, this is development. Let them allow development practitioners to do their work. It's not a point of caricaturing each other here. And tribal issues, let them just shelf it. They cannot gain any political score as far as that is concerned. The people of this municipality are conscious now. They know what used to obtain and what is obtaining now. Everybody knows that here. Even you journalists knows that here. Today you come to this municipality, you come to this council, and before, some of you who are old enough to tell the story, what used to obtain is different from what is happening now. It is a very full-fledged institution that is efficient and that is doing its work without any interference. So my word of advice finally to them, 𝒂𝒊𝒏, keep quiet. Keep quiet. How you obtain your BMW? Keep quiet. Keep quiet, please. Please. We're not here to spend our time in talking to each other this way. But you mentioning my name, I get so mad. Because you're not supposed to do that. You know me very well. Thank you very much.
As the former speakers spoke about clarification about mayoral work, I am one of the people who witnessed when that was happening, because I was next to mayor sitting, and next to me is the former councillor at that time. But I want to speak in the local language because it's important I speak to the women of KS. Maybe they would understand the language I'm speaking. So if you can just let me come into the local language, I summarize. It's not only the clarification, but also what women of this KS got from our town in the country. Thank you. Madam Gambia, Badi Tuaru, Badi Tuoru, Badi Tuoru, Badi Mayapo, Abe, two, Momo, the KMC, and Sakamusoi, I mean, Dindimol Kamakata, Tepesiru, Jantomo Dimaroneti, nominated councillor, members in the Mussolini Dindimol Council. The Diamla name follow la wolo people. The mayoral tourment mayor ko kuma fota jeto mo mayor ko modul ba na tikan iba ko kanya men mayor ya ko ma ko na men na I try to think for the na before I feel the mental before hand ma ko kuma mayor ko ni kumono Yanta enough mobile. And the main of mobile and table more from the top will be like a canyan. And do Mayo Mamkarefa, Kaudiam, but in neither the sea, the sea, if a Kumalko, Mayalonko, a month of passing the multi-local, Kuka, I go, multi-campus, giving Mayola, and Mayo Binale, I will. Semean, when a mayor of Laguna, or Yam. Tapunita Lona, Eco, Kabin 1996 or 2009, Ward, London Corner Ward, will make me find Councillor development, Councillor Namu Dokulalu, to be find Kapika, Ila Namu Jole, it can contribute. But in the name of yo, for a week, I don't know Yekumoko, Yaloko, Eco, I'll take a Namon Moto, Almiantale, Yakumurun, there, pay 60%. Equate more, Montenegro. You can't tell a former councillor had received $1. Yellow more than $4. Akoni abude dia ate mkonta neno kwa neno kwa mbe wula ndeke ate kumole fota neli yalo ko neyo fay ayo ko seneyandi mo kaje ko tamé ko amante kabla ko tawala na ay seneyandi ro ako kantul men bi jamu ken ngo bon dame do fon futata bima men de kantul ay woni ko mon wala di council jam me yalo ko amanya na ay men to ngam mo de bota kala male ne men ko jam subu wati laalati bayol ka wati ataya classo anata nga julole taraja 9 million wo julo mune asabu kanto amman ke ko na taxpayers ñon na di wole bari julo bota damen ko ngaaje wolon min hotelol andu wo hotelol anin birthday celebration president ola birthday wolon yaaja mela ko kodol kata wolon andu mo mon melka ika hotelo jo wol mon mel fanay di mambo jango ika ko mas le kota lato bari si mambo je woto kana ka ko ibe ke si so nenela pour ijakalta because ijakalta le yalo ne ko itewi na ni ke si musol ke kateo dile so kana ko ibe plela ibo la main plela ke la main jakati pour ko ite be win la nyame ena dum kan so katina musol baliama alkana so wol ikana la main mbe kudo fala albe mbatula ngadia mo musoli e men from council cabinet na taja cabinet sita men nene manke nde funti dale na study toke ndata musol tarela tundol ka ke yube ye mune soto ye mun project le nene natika ibe mune ko yela kole ya kol fonni kabri ya fonni ku fulamba fola men ka fotela kole ya foto na men tarani tundoka wala ni ko yela suol bin ko si la suol ko ne koy batata ke la mbali to ki yo ko iko kam bali to tale ya dulal sinne ko silang ila kordal ko no i mandula soto ko de damen sinna kam bali to ki wo manke kuti me ya lon ko ila health la side a correcta because wala nanu malaria se ata ni bakko naka ye mune fokote marseol ima wafi bula mu kole ya kolti lafta marseol ye kundi marseol ko ika wafi roke damen fana man ke defana naka je ko bula koyri te wote silol kan kay la femol kijeto accident si taraje anda ka sotolen motol kanay ka lom sol kay ka ika dol barabaje yo fana fol andu kabiten nata ngaw futati meyo fana wulta akate dal na nabiya modol anala katsulol be iyai ka ni banko kay meyo la ko musoli ngamen be ko musoli nata sindi meyo kabiten meyo nata ni sita janne kena katsulol bal centula bal jayla ani nan meyo me ya lonko akate kel si musol jude le karawe bata kafi yalla na musolle kalwalto musolle kal fasa musolle kal simini sira wota nyanta lola andali yo lodu la fasa le kabrin na ta jan ngajele ko mbali ko abi wala musol kan dinga topato na mutol nati al sontala bal tentu la wala bal jaya abin nan ga nemu meyo nalira ay musolu ke ci musolu ay nyaaka masewol warani masewol ben biyandi ay warani ay butikol kije ay seedol dada musolye me yaalo koy si dum kono do yela wafiro to amanda wala ko bawo man siro to hikadi ay mira do na ako woto be marse woro la fanan kafula jere me yaalo ko altel musol men kala namo yi alkala juti jo ko kodo ndo tala mo marse o do ko wali ngaje ko tunda yela marse o ko me yaalo ko musol te batala kam sere kuna make wo a contestale a fatale bake so marse wol men be tundol kan ni wol fana ngeje ko ma marse wol lo jeto ibaje la ko wala lo be talala andu ngamira be wala kam be o marse wol fana lola musol wala musol ye kay amanda wala ndena 100 million lo jali with the bank for microfinance to support the women andu musol ye fayre o kono ngajele fam aketa competition talingi wolle for star musol men lono yinta asiata and yajo wokola ngata muneke bank fa o kontante la kola ko ay interest men tay bula ba murunde aya murunde ka nyeyi nin ka bari malla fi mo kilin dore ya benefit ngaje ko ngapuke me ya lon ko wo tundo mo bese na fa so do musol na ta ko iko nga bakery lo and wo bakery nya la nga foundation stone kele abe Karamo, Honorable Karamola side, about Patoka. And then taxpayers may celebrate la. Allah Baraka. Red carpet, Bafene Lale, may celebrate because they want to be celebrated. Allah Baraka, and I tend to know them.
No, I can't good afternoon to you all. I recognize the president of the media. I will speak in the local language just to summarize what the Finance Committee here said in Mandinka for the benefits of the local listeners. Nitamu lamin ke jandariti Councillor Bakote Ward. Not just senior military wala ka yele mandinka de mandindro karamo e kuma kan meni foja min kata ni press conference ni o press conference from GB Gambia de mon nempan kilo kila batal because ni kilo batal during presidential election ni kuma si fa le bota do mo bay parce ni amal babu fo ni Gambia de mon ilatan ko mon damma sakin la non wala wa tribal diamond sai ngani akri election ko ko tribal diam kina wala lafta kanana so Gambia non ni mo be yamarla na hakilo mo be jang initiate be le fukuta wala initiate be le relate we are one many guys go political press conference photo nyala background here many BBD they were all former APRC councillors but where are they today wala ya jamani APRC jampa it had joined into NPP so they cannot talk about Jolas or APRC because already they will jump al fafare so toltera ka wol ni mo jagas ko so mo so muslim hakilo balanta ko wol men la jam ko dole men kasara da illa time ani tiyaado dole men ke yes ndete establishment ko committee staff redistant la ka review payroll on la ka jibe head count ni fi jani ma tara a lot of people le list ko men yalan ko e man tara do ko KMC and the salary so and interim management report panel list of everything jamala ba kon and o CDA ho be la rinjani muna ne to mela CDA ho sama to ben tal bila bakari baji how to call it modlamin baji atila mun councillors in responsible of finance committee ate fango ko aka ko dole ben bonda abulo la jan ay photo bondi janne ñu do 200 ata fa ko ko mo ndiya wuri kema fula wuri tanu ako yaaje mala badni akata sten wala ay wuri kema lu bondi ako independent akata ko wala yaaje na independent ka ma ban ko independent andu man la ko fon futan ka proof man la ko futan amu so ko da kay hotel lojo pour que ñu tamal men yalan ko ko leji ada hotel loto badala ka hotel pour que wo bilojo akata bank transfer kata hotel amusa kote ate ay kodota marso la karola kam kodo men collect marso do men dara dara so wuri kame sey ni fen ako ate o transfer la cultural festival akata wala sponsor ate o kodo dundu wala tul ba cultural festival ni jumanen min tolem ani wati jumanen jumana organize wal man sene foko do ba hono jibo kon ala fa na kodo babu banko la kodo la ma sendina na tra ay gambia kan janna bi ta sila ada kumol fala men yalla ko amansa ando miro men ngani yon bala wala ko prime mun nan jang kotake kana ko kuryal mo trimbal taman anda ta keno ni naka ka ko KMC neoni staff of relation ko be olon hanni momo ko yidu ana da officer lengi ga talif na la do fu be nyaadi so wo mo kula men yalla ko KMC la salary ne yako ito ko o time o ito la staff of beka million fulan ataw nyama report ne yitani o time jor la ba me yake o million sabalati wutaworo anise ani dalas kemelo ni dalas wo but when you beat him central government jola fa tele for 30% of the salary in muta 2002 ye jola fa for 50% of the salary a muta transport allowance la fa from 500 dalas kemelo kata wuni kilin kemelo So you be adnoka inata jiden to ngai youth entertainment comme diam la ko ya ngene municipal police man tara sotorin no create and mo ken ni fembe do ko le. So bali project bring inama kolani atiket kontulan a drive phone wol be man sotorin and you move more le ngam do ko na community le kon ka do ko na community le and la service na ni and gande di wala manda malianta wala guinean wala senegalese gambia di wala and ni la joso de ka fondo gambia family le. So automatically they are expected to pass in the far. But at the time on the time man would have sent you come be la fa. So automatically for expenses la fa. But ni expenses la fa you out of. But na revenue la fa na moto. Because for time on the winner million to million mo ang wala taraje to ko sa sama ko highs. Say in total million to million tan fan so directly. Winning grand tour many young people, more than EU, UN, World Bank, and so on, supporting and support good. When you are saying that time, it becomes a new growth because we have been networking with America, the African network, China, the African network, the Asia, other countries will network. Put the defense of the level and the bank will need one. Need a more deal one who happy also to know. Put it for you know more, put it to the bank you want the but the bank will not have to do the Kasam. So when I make a more million of favors, it can be spent, I make a EU fund, UN fund, and when I do also. So I'm going to go with Soto, Kalafa, Neka, and I can do no point on the mode. So come time at the back and I'll think at the time or other
okay, thank you so much for coming and attending this press conference. Thank you so much.
The question.